Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sian. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. There are loads of helpful videos on this channel. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. Now today I wanted to talk to you about Christmas, but I'm just going to get myself a little more comfy, grab my tea, and sit down. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about Christmas and how competitive Christmas seems to be, and how people are feeling bad because they look at what other people are buying and they can't afford to buy the same kind of stuff. And I think it's really sad that people are feeling that way. I get it, because obviously we compare ourselves to others as kind of social media influencers. We are also kind of promoting lifestyles sometimes that we don't necessarily live. And I just wanted to kind of reassure you that Christmas doesn't have to be all singing, all dancing. It doesn't have to be this huge thing, but also we can't kind of put people down if that's the kind of Christmas they want, as long as they can afford it. The main thing is that Christmas is not something that sets you off into a massive spiral of debt, because there is absolutely no need for that. You're not going to enjoy Christmas, you're not going to embrace it, you're just going to be thinking about what you're paying back after Christmas. So I guess I wanted to share with you some kind of tips of how you can save for Christmas, how you can make Christmas cost less for you. And some of those tips you can start right now, others take a bit longer. So the first thing I would say is to save money for Christmas. If you can afford it, put aside £5, £10, £15, however much you can afford. Put it aside every month, and then when it comes to December, you've got a really nice kind of wodge of money. Even if you put aside £5 a month, you're going to have a nice sum of money to be able to afford a little bit more at Christmas. It just makes Christmas that little bit easier for you. I've been saving for Christmas for probably about 4 or 5 years now, maybe longer actually. And some months I can't really afford to put the money away, but I do. And it always makes Christmas easier. Now, we're not a family who particularly spend a lot of money on our children, and I appreciate that lots of people like to. Our children have so much stuff and they don't really need it. And this year my son has asked for the biggest gift he's ever asked for. He's asked for an Xbox, and we're contemplating it because that is a huge amount of money for us to spend on a present. If he gets it, he'll be getting it as a birthday and Christmas present, and it won't just be from me and my husband, it'll be from other members of the family too. So you can also think about that as kind of splitting the cost of things. So if you join up with another member of the family to get them something, then that maybe saves a bit of money too. Just as an example, we roughly spend about £50 per child. We've got 2 children, and that's as much as I set aside. That's also the amount I would spend on my husband. I'd probably spend a little bit less on like my mum and my sisters, but not that much less. So for us, Christmas is kind of a family event. It's not necessarily all about the kids. I love Christmas just as much as they love Christmas. I still get a stocking on Christmas Day. All the adults in our family get a stocking on Christmas Day. So that's another thing that we kind of put our money towards. And I love that waking up and getting your father Christmas stocking is just amazing. And even my sister, who lives in San Francisco, we send her one there every year. So for me, there's more about kind of the family element, and it doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. In fact, I would quite like to set a challenge, and I'm going to film it. I will see if anyone wants to take up this challenge. Maybe I'll tag some people in it. And that is a £10 charity shop challenge, which is very hard to say. And I just think if you can go into a charity shop, spend £10 and get a really good gift for one person in your family. Because stuff that's secondhand doesn't mean it's second best. Secondhand stuff from a charity shop is often really, really nice stuff. I've got some of my best clothes from charity shops. There is no shame whatsoever in going into a charity shop to buy presents for people. And they don't have to know that it came from a charity shop. Nothing wrong with buying there, nothing wrong with buying on eBay, on Facebook groups. There are so many different places that you can buy things that other people have already loved, or other people don't really want but don't want to throw away. And it's helping the environment too. If you're buying something that someone else has either used or bought but not used, then to save it going into landfill, why wouldn't you love it too? All my coats that I've ever bought have been on eBay, and they've all been used first, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I still wear them, and then I give them to a charity shop when I'm done with them too. So hopefully someone else will love that too. Sorry, I feel like I've gone down a tangent, but I just think this whole kind of consumerist Christmas that starts in November about buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff is just not what Christmas is about. Christmas is about family, it's about love, it's about spending time with people. It's not about stuff. You don't need the stuff. What I hate to see is people who really can't afford things and they're going out and buying things because they think it's the thing they have to do. When I was a kid, we used to get all kinds of like stocking presents that came from Father Christmas via jumble sales, all that kind of stuff, or hand-me-downs. And one of my favourite toys was a flower fairy, which I'd been desperate for, but it had like dog teeth marks in its leg. Didn't put me off the toy at all. I absolutely loved it. And my grandma once gave me, I asked her for a small doll for Christmas, and she literally gave me this doll that was like this big. And I'd kind of envisaged a bit bigger a doll. But I think that if we're giving kids so much stuff, they don't appreciate the value of those things. Teaching your children about the value of money is also a really good tip for kind of saving money. So far we've got save up for Christmas, shop other places that are cheaper, jumble sales, charity shops, eBay, anywhere like that. Teach your children the value of money. Our children are going to grow up thinking that kind of stuff just appears all the time if we carry on with this consumerist idea. And it doesn't need to be like that. They can understand where clothes come from, how things are made. There's some really good programs on TV. The Stacey Dooley shows on CBBC are amazing for showing the amount of work that goes into even like how to make your sandwich, your wrap that you have at lunchtime that you buy from a supermarket. The amount of production that goes into that one wrap is insane. So there are all kinds of things you can help to teach your children about. But I just really want to say, enjoy Christmas. Don't feel like you have to spend because other people are. Other people have totally different situations to you. They might well be able to completely afford this magical Christmas in their minds, and that's absolutely fine. You know, if people can afford to buy loads and loads and loads of stuff, let them buy loads and loads of stuff. If you can't afford to buy loads and loads of stuff, don't buy loads and loads of stuff. Don't get into debt to try and give people a better Christmas. It will never be a better Christmas because you will always be worrying about when you're paying that back, how you're paying that back. And I just think I want you all to enjoy Christmas. I want you to have an amazing time. I don't want you to be worrying about money at Christmas because it is such a stressful time and so many people do so much around Christmas, and that's amazing for them. And you know, as a blogger and vlogger, we get invited to events and kind of promote these experiences and things, but you know, it might, I don't know, you know, we get to go to these amazing events and then we're saying go to them, and maybe you can't afford to go to them, so then don't go to them, you know. Right, I feel like I've lost my trail of thought, so I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of got the message. I feel like I might have rammed it down your throats a little bit, so I'm sorry. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to, please subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Alright, bye.